Hey, everybody out there. Welcome to a top 8 match for the December 2024 monthly. This is Might as Well Watch with Andrew Walker, your host as always. The match we have today is between number 4, uh, Jay or Jelle Lansdaal. He is on what he deemed Winter Elves with Winter Orbs being part of it. Otherwise, it's got the standard now survivals, anger, squee, things like that. And his opponent is Brian Lonergan. He is on Undead Clerics or zombies or however you want to phrase it. Black deck, lots of painful interactions for the opponent. Fun seeing the deck back. We had a zombie infestation match yesterday, and having this different version. That was a infestation. This is a can't remember all the cards. I know there's Withering Wretch and Archons and this and that, uh, and things that generate zombies. But other than that, let's get to the match.
Know a lot of the people in the community too.
Yeah.
And like you said, like a lot of people, I'm starting to see like, oh yeah, I played you before, and oh yeah, we played before.
Okay, guys, you're good to go. Good luck. Best of 3, and I'll talk to you at the end.
All right, great, thank you.
Right. Thank you. So I will start us off with a Wooded Foothills. I will go to 19, get a forest, and cast a Findhorn Elves.
Sure.
And then I will pass to you.
Swamp. I'm gonna cast a Cabal Therapy.
Yep.
I'm gonna target you, and I'm gonna name Survival of the Fittest.
Yep. I was a little worried about that. I will put 2 of those in the yard.
Okay, and then we got Quirion. Okay, you can go.
Felt like a shame to throw this hand away though for just the Cabal Therapy, but that was
No,
the
yeah, it's
Did you
you
want
do
me to do
middle. Yeah, middle's
middle
fine.
again? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I'll untap, draw. Mhm. Play a Wooded Foothills. I'll play the Quillian Ranger and the Wirewood Symbiote, and I'll pass to you.
Um, Go Double Dark Supplicant.
Okay.
Your turn.
I'll attack with my 2 elves.
Yep, 18.
I'll tap this for 1, use the Quillian Ranger to untap this. I'll
Yep.
replay my forest. Tap it, play a Winter Orb.
Okay.
And then I'll tap the Findhorn Elves to play another Quillian Ranger.
Okay.
And I will pass.
I'll play a Wither Wretch.
Yep.
You can go.
Tap. I'm going to go to 19. Sorry, 18.
18. Yep.
18. I forgot the first one. I'll get another forest. Two, 3. Use 1 Korean Ranger.
Yep.
So 3 in the pool. 4 in the. Sorry, untap this. 4 in the pool. Tap this for 5. And I'll play a deranged hermit.
You got it.
That brings a couple of squirrely friends with it. Up here. And I'll pass to you.
You can go.
At the end of your turn, I'm gonna pick this one up. So untap this.
Okay.
And then second. I'll take my turn on
Yep.
the forest. I'll draw a card. 1, 2. I'll use a Quirion Ranger. Pick this one up, untap. Replay. 3, 4. Use the other Quirion Ranger to pick this up. 5. I'll replay the deranged hermit. Make 4 more squirrels.
Okay.
I'm going to go to combat.
Okay.
I'd like to attack with my 4 not summoning 6 squirrels.
I'm gonna block 1 each.
Okay.
And then before damage, I'm gonna activate Dark Supplicant.
Yep.
Good. I'll take 2. Go down to 16.
Yep. All right. I will pass to you.
Yeah, that's game.
Okay.
Drain Charm, it was right in the nick of time.
Yeah, exactly. That was the perfect top deck after the survivals got taken care of. Ooh. I am assuming that I will be on the draw.
Oh, you assumed right.
That's good. I get to draw an extra card against the discard, Need the help.
Yeah, I get to let the non 8 mana dork guy go first, which I think helps me out a bit too.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair. That is fair. Ooh. So where do you play now mostly? Is it like the Brooklyn strategist, or what's the?
Yeah, they don't really do much pre-modern. There's really not much pre-modern in the city other than like the community events. I'll go
Okay.
up to like Massachusetts for the Duress Crew like quarterly events.
Oh, that's cool.
And then in Connecticut, where I'm from, our local game store is just doing like a once a month type of thing. Usually get anywhere from like 6 to 8 people, but we're trying to expand it. That's kind of like the extent. That's why I kind of like got more into the webcam leagues recently, is because the events kind of died down a bit.
Yeah. We had a kind of some change up in Atlanta also, where we used to have a lot of people, and then died down a little bit, or some people moved away. So yeah, it's been nice to do something like online as well. You can continue doing the middle one on top.
Sure, you too.
I'll do the same thing unless you tell me to do something else.
Okay. Likewise.
Let's see.
I'm gonna throw this one back.
Draw.
You're good with yours?
Yeah, I'm thinking a little bit. Yeah, I'll keep.
Alrighty. Yeah, I'll keep. Yeah, I'll keep this. Yeah, I'll flip back to that. Okay. Your turn.
All right. I'll start with a forest and a druid lyrist.
Okay.
And I'll pass to you.
I'll play a Withered Wretch.
Yep.
Your turn.
I'll play Wooded Foothills. I'll go to 19. Forest. I'll shuffle in a second. I'll cast a survival.
Sure.
And I'll pass to you.
Attack for 2.
I'll take 2 down to 17.
I'm going to Dark Ritual.
Yep.
Into Priest of Gix.
Okay.
Into Rotlong.
Yep.
Into a Powder Keg.
Okay.
And I will pass the turn.
All right. And that means you are empty-handed, is that correct?
Yep. I can somewhat see your hand a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
I can't read, but it, like, yeah.
It's all right. I need to keep it a little straighter. I am going to pass to you.
Go to text.
Yep.
Those guys.
Yep. I will take 6.
Okay. 11.
Correct.
You can go.
Actually, that was stupid. I guess that was stupid. I will end of turn naturalize your powder keg.
All right, I'll pop it.
Yep. Don't know why I waited there. That was kind of silly. Anyway, my turn?
Yep.
Draw. I'm going to use survival.
Yep.
Discarding the Wirewood Symbiote. I'm going to get a Quirion Ranger and play it.
Yep.
I'll shuffle in a second. I'm going to pick up a forest and untap my Quirion Ranger. Replay the forest. Play a Wirewood Symbiote.
Okay.
And then I will pass to you.
I'll turn. I'll remove everything besides the wooded foothills.
Yep. Hold on.
I will go to attacks.
Yep. And that 6, 5, 4. Oh. 6, 5. I'll take 6 again. I'll go down to 5.
I'm gonna play a dark supplicant.
Yep.
Your turn.
This. That. going to activate my survival.
Okay.
I'm going to discard a deranged hermit.
Okay.
Get a Birch Lore Rangers. And I'll play the Birch Lore Rangers.
Okay.
I'm going to tap these 2 Elves for green mana. I'm going to crop rotate my forest.
You have how many in hand now?
3
3. Okay.
to get a Gaia's Cradle. I'm going to use the Korean Ranger, return this to my hand to untap the Birch Lore Rangers. I'll replay my forest. I'll tap this for 4 and cast a Masticore.
Okay.
And then I'll pass to you.
End of turn, I will I'll get rid of your 2 non-land permanent, or yeah, crop rotation and range hermit.
Yep. They're gone.
Then you get that. I'm gonna play a Withered Wretch.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass the turn.
Okay. Upkeep. You have no cards left in hand now? Again?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to discard a Naturalize to my Masticore.
Okay.
Play Wild Symbiote.
Yep. And you have one in hand now?
I have one in hand after that. Correct.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, I get it.
All right. I'm going to make 5.
Okay.
I'm going to tap these 2. Get 6.
You got 6.
I'm going to pick this up.
Yep.
Tap this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Replay it.
Okay.
This one's been used.
Wait, so that one is return a forest, untap a creature. Yep, okay. And then the other one is return an elf, untap a forest. Yep.
Untap a creature.
Okay.
Yeah, it's return an elf, untap a creature.
Oh, okay, I see.
So 6, sorry. Oh, I'm such a bozo. So I have 6 right now. Yeah, I guess that is just the best. I wanted to do this the other way around. That doesn't work. There's no way I can do get that. Okay, I'm gonna pick one of these up with the wired symbiote. Untap this.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my survival. Go down to 5. Discard the Birch Lore Rangers. Get another deranged hermit, and then play that. Make 4 squirrels.
Okay.
Oh, man. Um, and then I will pass to you.
All right. End of turn. Hmm. Hmm.
Oh my god, my controller died. No, no, no.
A lot. End of turn. I'm going to activate Dark Supplicant.
Okay.
I get 3 zombies.
Yes.
Okay. Middle's good.
Yeah, middle's good. Yeah.
Okay. And then I'll just remove your 2 non-land cards, the Birch Lore and the Naturalize.
Okay. Also gone.
Okay. Upkeep. Draw. I'm going to pass the turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn, I'm gonna pick up my deranged hermit.
Yep.
I'm gonna discard in my upkeep to Masticore. I'll discard a Call of the Herd.
Okay. I'm going to remove it.
Yep. Draw a card. Tap this for 8.
Yep.
I'll spend 5 of it.
Yep.
Cast another hermit. Much more scrolls. Good sense now. I think it does. The other 3. I'm going to add 1, and I'm going to shoot your Rotling Reanimator twice with my Masticore.
Sure.
I will pick up a forest with my Kragan Ranger and replay it. And then I will see, is there anything else I can get here that helps me? I don't think so. So wild. Yep, that'll be it. I'll pass to you.
Then in turn, I'll exile your 2 lands.
Yep. I feel like I'm going to get so many messages from the Elves Discord at some point, like, "Wow, man, you
Ooh,
doing
you suck. Let's see. Okay. Play a port.
Okay.
You can go.
All right. End of your turn. I'm going to pick up this deranged hermit.
Yep.
Upkeep. I have a trigger on the stack.
Yep.
I will discard this.
Okay. Still on upkeep. I'll tap your cradle.
Okay. I will respond by tapping it for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I'll use the Masticore to shoot and kill the Dark Supplicant.
The Scion guy?
The Scion guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
sure.
big.
The guy who needs 6 pings, yes.
Okay. I will draw a card.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Somewhat useful. Okay. I'll play Wooded Foothills.
Yep.
I am going to attack with my Masticore.
Okay. I will take 4. Go down to 16. I think that's, yeah. Okay.
All right. I will pass to you.
Yeah. Then in turn, I'll exile your card.
Ranger. Yep.
Swamp. You can go.
Okay.
I'll keep on tapping the cradle. Well, actually,
Yeah.
well, first I guess you have your effects.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up this Kragan Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
Untap, upkeep. So, well, I think I will discard the ranged remit to the Masticore.
Okay, now I'll tap the port.
Yep.
Or I'll tap the cradle. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna use it again. For 11, I have here. I'll shoot the Withered Wretch. So that's for 4.
All right, I'll get rid of the hermit.
Hermit. Yeah. And then for another 4, I'll shoot a zombie. And then I guess I'll play one. I'll use one more and shoot another zombie.
Okay.
Then I'll draw for turn.
Yep.
So sloppy. So sloppy. I'll go to 4. I'll get another forest. I'll play the ranger. And I'll pick up a forest and replay it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pass to you again.
I will. Play a swamp. And a pass turn.
Okay. Untap, upkeep. I'll discard a survival to my Masticore.
Yep. I'll tap the cradle.
Okay. I'll have
That's 8,
12
right?
mana. I'll shoot both the I'll shoot the zombies, and I'll put a regeneration shield on my Masticore.
Okay.
I'll draw for turn.
Does that tap him or remove him for combat or something for the turn?
If he would take lethal damage or some destroy effect would happen, then it would get tapped and removed from combat.
Okay.
So there's a shield basically on there. If he now takes lethal damage or there's a destroy effect, that would not happen. The damage gets removed, it gets tapped and removed from combat.
Okay.
But it's sort of like free to put a shield on somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm going to attack with all my guys. 8, 9, 10, 11, and 4. So 15. Great.
I'm at 1.
Great. I'll return a forest to my hand, untap this. I'll replay the forest. I'll pick up my Granger with the symbiote to untap a squirrel. I'll replay it, and so 3 blockers. That should be enough. Go ahead.
Yeah, 4.
I'm at 4. If you have double Cabal Archon in a swamp, it is over.
No, unfortunately, I only have 2. I have a curse scroll, but just a route log. So good games.
Yeah. Oof.
Oof.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I was one. I didn't get flooded during that last bit, but it did leave me open to like almost Cabal Archoning, but I didn't have enough mana for it.
Yeah, I made a few like little little silly stuff. Like I played the foothills thinking I was gonna get a mountain, but I was at 5 and I was really scared of like a curse scroll plus a cabal
Yeah,
archon or
yeah.
something like that, right? So I'm
You
like,
definitely left
oh
the door open for some shenanigans.
yeah, so I shouldn't have done that. But then like, so that was silly because it made me discard stuff also, right? To, like something real to my master core. Like I
Hmm.
had to discard the deranged hermit, which made the squirrels 1/1s. Just I don't know, a bunch of kind of silly things that weren't that great. A bunch of like I went through a line in my head, and then halfway through I realized, wait, I can't
Was it the one where
actually.
you like tapped a bunch of cradle mana and then we was like, oh wait, I guess I'll get
Yeah, like
a deranged hermit.
I had Birchlore and Queen Range, and I was in my head counting if I could get a Kamal and put like activate my Cradle.
Oh yeah,
And I could, were it not for the fact that like the way these two kind of work, like I can untap one, but if I then pick up the other elf, then I don't have two elves
to
anymore
tap. Yeah, I saw that.
to
You
tap.
can't like tap one and then tap it
And
again to count as two. Yeah.
yeah, so like I was just like the Berkshire, I've obviously played it this monthly, but this is the first monthly, and I've just not quite gotten used to it yet. I don't think. And I had a very sideboard card heavy hand to start with, so like everything was kind of a little odd, like lots of little things that I hadn't quite encountered before, and I was constantly thinking about your ways out of it. Like I've actually played this matchup quite a bit.
Oh, you have? Yeah,
Enough, yeah.
I thought I was pretty favored in this
Mm.
matchup just because I think the post board's really helpful and I don't know. I
So
have removal for your stuff. I just didn't really catch it. But you know, there's sometimes just a deranged hermit's all you need with a Wirewood symbiote. And,
yeah, and so interestingly, I found that um, that's how like most of the games that I find the clerics win. It is something early to disrupt me, and you get a dark sub like a
the
scion in play
Scion of
early
Darkness to like, yeah, that was my plan, and
as a
I thought I
template.
was gonna be able to like squeeze it in there, but you getting the Hermit the turn before I was able to attack with a Scion. That it was like a very big decision for me because it was like I had the Clerics and it was like I could keep the
Mhm.
Clerics for a turn. And you know maybe I get a Rotlung Reanimator, maybe I get a Cabal Archon to kind of just push the way through.
Yeah.
Um, it, but if I Dark Supplicant and I get like if I top deck a Engineered Plague or a Powder Keg, then it basically forces you to like chump with your Master Core when you don't have enough mana,
Yeah.
um, and just lose your guys. So, you know, that was kind of rough, not seeing any of those,
Mhm.
except for the first Powder Keg that got naturalized at the beginning. But
Yeah. Where I also made the silly like get my Druid Lyre. Like yeah, I don't know. I should have just naturalized the thing on my turn. For some reason, like I was messing up with the like you have to put a counter on. I can respond later. Then I forget to do it in your upkeep, and then
oh
like
yeah, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
and then I didn't block with it either. Right? Like then at least trade with the stupid priest for give
Hey,
you a two.
when you win, it makes it a lot less painful, right?
Yeah. No, sure.
We have
True.
a
But
question
always
for you,
trying to
Brian.
improve. Hmm?
There's a question for Brian wondering why did you decide to exile creatures from the graveyard when they could have potentially been Scion targets?
That's a good point. I think I was just too tunnel minded, tunnel vision. That's a good point. I'll keep that in mind for later. I guess he doesn't really have anything that interacts with the graveyard besides Squee. So,
Yeah, I
um,
was thinking the same thing. It's like, wait, is there anything that's because your mindset goes to like recurring nightmare, but there's no recurring
yeah,
nightmare. The graveyards.
There's Genesis in some lists, but not in mine.
Yeah,
yeah.
Not
I had the list, so I should have known. You know, at least keep the deranged hermit
yeah.
as a Scion
yeah,
hit target.
yeah.
But
That's why.
I don't think he had an opportunity anyway to get in. So it's a bit moot, but definitely something I should keep in mind for next time.
Yeah, I was really trying to make sure that that didn't like that. Basically, that didn't happen. And I didn't want to get hit by the Scion. Like I said, that's what I find most of the. Um,
How do you feel about this matchup in general?
so I when I saw your sideboard, I was pretty happy. I think Powder Keg is weaker than Engineered Plague. You only had 2 Engineered Plagues.
Yep. Yeah. You definitely are happy to see only 2 plagues.
Yeah, dystopias are a good like a second layer, sort of second order, right? Like you want the powder keg or the engineered plague first to like lower the amount of permanents that Elves has, because Elves is really like it's really easy to get a lot of permanents out, and then the dystopia
Yep.
is you tread water for a while. Withered Wretch is a pain, right? So I boarded out both my anger and my squee,
Mm.
because
That was the question
not
people
it's
had,
not what
was whether if the squee was there, get rid of it with Withered Wretch, but if it's not around, don't necessarily screw with the creatures.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah
I think it's good because you kind of get rid of. I mean, you can't cut from your main game plan of like dorks and survivals.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, what else can you cut?
not yeah it's an interesting one. Like I found that the games don't really, it's not really about the squeeze. It's not often like a
Mhm.
grinding in that way. It's more about like getting into range for mini play or whatever and bouncing that a
Yeah.
bunch. Or
Did you take out the orbs too?
I did take out the orbs, but I wasn't entirely sure about that. I like, despite that you have dark rituals, I think your deck is in some ways kind of mana hungry. You have a lot of threes, right, that you want to play. So I wasn't entirely sure. I wanted to check with Travis Snyder, who's the person I played most of the most of this matchup with, see what he thought, but I forgot to reach out in time.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's consideration if you're on the play, but if you're on the
Mm,
draw, I don't really think it makes. I don't think you're bringing it on the play either, but I guess there's a bit more of incentive.
yeah,
But you need to bring in the naturalizes. Call of the Herd's a great body. I'm
yep,
guessing like maybe the other Masticore gets brought in, but
yep. That, and I bring in the collars also, because if
Yeah, I
you're
was gonna
like if
say,
we're
how many
trading
callers
off
are
or
you running
whatever.
in 75?
How many collars?
Yeah, 2,
Two,
1 and 1, or
two
both
in
sideboard.
both sideboard. Yeah. Yeah, and that like with taking out the squee does make some decisions kind of odd, right? So like this game, it really sort of tripped me up that I was sitting here with this Masticore, and like I wanted to get working on your creatures, but I wanted more stuff on the board so that I couldn't like that you couldn't trample over, right? And like put me low enough that a Cabal Archon or a Curse Scroll would get me. But since I couldn't get a squee because I boarded it out, right? Like I had to tread water with my draw step the whole time, which otherwise it's real easy. You shoot the Withered Wretch, and then I just go get a squee, but that wouldn't even make an impact here. Like, so it was just
yeah,
another
and
tier two.
the threat of I was also hoping eventually I would get a Cabal Therapy to just get rid of your
Yeah,
Masticore. That'd be nice too,
yeah,
but yeah, that makes sense. Why? Because I was like, why isn't he shooting the Wretch and just like getting squee value at this point? But yeah, obviously it makes sense because he wasn't
yeah.
there.
Yeah, so maybe I should still keep it in just in case this comes up. Like Masticore is one of the good ones in here. Like being able to shoot things obviously matters a lot. It clears up the board. But yeah,
Another comment that they had about the elves was, at one point you discarded a uh, hermit to Masticore
Mhm.
when it might have been better to try to bounce one of the creatures in your hand so you could pitch it to get the hermit, to keep the hermit in hand, pitch the other one to get whatever, and then be able to
Yeah,
cast the hermit for more squirrels.
yeah. So the range tournament, like, so I discarded it after Brian got the port, right? So like I was really low on mana, and I was really hampered by the fact that I didn't have a mana creature in play that I could use with the Cranian Ranger. So
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I could have bounced the Cranian Ranger and discarded that instead. What I maybe should have done, since I had the Wooded Foothills at that point, and I ended up sacrificing it anyway and putting myself to 4, which was risky, right? Because like there's multiple ways that Brian can deal to the face. I maybe should have just picked up a forest with my Korean Ranger and discarded that. But like, yeah, I was so low on mana that I basically just, in my head, I was like, well, this derangement, I'm not going to be able to cast it again unless I draw literally Cradle. And I'd rather I'd rather have this Quirion Ranger to let me maybe cast like something small or turn that into like cards in hand in the future.
Yeah.
Because indeed, if Ryan finds a Cabal Therapy or whatever, right, like and gets the known thing in my hand, or guesses what I've drawn, then at least I can pick up a forest to keep the Mastercore
Yeah.
alive. Because
And Brian, there's nothing in your deck to destroy lands, right? You just got 4 ports.
No, yeah, and it's always a question with this deck on like, do you go all swamps, do you go
Mhm.
wastelands, do you go ports? I mean, obviously, the wasteland would have been better because he would have had 2 less turns of 20 million Massacre mana. But I like port just because the deck kind of doesn't really do anything on turn 2. It's like Dark
Yeah.
Supplicant and then nothing, and then like Priest of Gix into Rot Lung into blah blah blah. So it's really missing something in the 2. I mean, the deck, I really like Clerics, but you definitely feel the lack of, I guess, creature quality. You're just running Clerics because they're Clerics.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm running 2 Shepherd of Rod. That's like kind of like the like some people run Headhunter in that spot. All the other Clerics are pretty straightforward. But you're running kind of suboptimal creatures for like very good synergy and explosiveness. So yeah.
I haven't played that deck, but have you tried, or is there just an answer for not using like Phyrexian Arena to up your draw speed?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know
Phyrexian
what you
Arena is,
pull.
yeah, it's one of those, like, everyone always like debates like, do you put Arena in like suicide decks, and
Mm,
I think it's kind of like the same situation here where you kind of want to just close out the game rather than like try to draw more resources,
mm,
because if it gets to the late game, your opponent probably just has the better cards. What
yeah.
I do want to do, I would love to next time like add just like a one of Patriarch Spitting into the main, just
Mm,
so I have like some sort of out. Like that would have been nice there. In games where you just shouldn't win, you get back a Priest of Gix, two Cabal Archons and drain them for 6, and it's just some way, because like in that situation against Jay, once it got to a certain point, there was no way. Like, I would need like 3 consecutive draws and then him not do anything against those draws. Um, so the deck does lose steam, and I think a bidding would be nice in the main.
What are you
At least one.
doing, you little fucking loser?
yeah, and that's why I think you have the Unearth also, right? To give you like a 5th Cabal Archon in some ways, or
Yeah, I have one on Earth. It's not as, it hasn't performed as well as I would like it to. I think the presence of swords obviously does a good deal in kind of neutering Unearth, and you obviously need a target too in the bin. So it is nice that it gets cycled. But right now I kind of just like the other flex spots better. I like
sure.
2 snuff outs because I like putting the pressure on without having to tap more mana. I really like Curse Scroll because it does give that added reach. Kind of what I'm saying is like, games where you just need to push in the extra damage and you can't because they've already established a board. It's kind of just like, all right, Curse Scroll you 2-3 times and win.
Yeah, because I think that's the scariest part of the Clerics deck, right? Is the Cabal Archons and then the Curse Scrolls. To just, yeah, you can stabilize against a bunch of tutus with like Calders or whatever. It's not enough, right? Like that's frequently not enough against Clerics. You
Yeah.
got to kill them pretty quickly because
Another question we had was, have you ever considered Soldevi Adnate as a 2-drop?
It's time to search this
Yeah, I
deck.
was going to do the same thing. I'm like, I
the
know the
answer
name
is
of the
no.
card. I don't know what the hell it
Yes,
does.
but we will right now after the
See.
suggestions.
Yeah,
Okay, so
we're all digging.
I don't I don't know what I would need the mana for. And I think if I were to go out of the Shepherd or Rot, because that also provides extra reach. It was actually pretty good. Shepherd or Rot was pretty good in the Bird matchup, where I was like I actually tied a match because I just needed to get out of the situation. But I do like Headhunter a bit more than if there was more of a top end to like have a payoff, but 1-2 is kind of, again, it's that conversation of like, yeah, you're playing a 1-2 vanilla essentially because he's a cleric.
And since it's in alliances, you can piss off people and have one of each art. It's not all the
Did it?
same. Damn
Did
it.
it? Another cleric that I've never seen before.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. I knew it went far back, and I was like, "Where was Soldevi?" It's like, "Oh yeah, crap, that's way back." tell Brian to chat with me in the Mono Black Clerics thread in Discord.
Will do.
That was from Sedge Turnet Troll. Why do I always forget who that is?
Yeah, I have that trouble too.
I know I've got to keep track of Discord names and Facebook names and
All our online personas.
yep. Yeah, my Twitch name, my YouTube name, too many names. But let's see if anything else. You guys have any other questions out there?
No,
Nope.
no, just thanks of course, Andrew, for getting this all together. It's always a pleasure being able to, play good Magic, kind of at your own time,
Yeah.
which is nice in this day and age. Great job, Jay. Just great matches. Good job navigating the way. Looking forward to playing again at some point.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We will have to because we're in the same pod.
Oh yeah, we'll play in a week or two.
Yeah. Sounds good.
2 different decks too, so that'll be fun.
Yeah. Yeah. No. True. Yeah. I am not playing Elves in this next one.
Well, great match, guys. Thanks again for letting me stream.
And of course.
Thanks, Andrew.
Have a good
Anytime,
weekend.
guys. Well, have a good night.
All right,
Bye.
bye-bye.
Bye, guys.